Penthouse, Miami Beach. Yeah, yeah. Niggas talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to the beat. They don't want it. I beat. These niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all on the cheek. It's a new weirdo every week. Weirdo. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. Put it up. No care for the IG disease. No do anything for clout. They do anything for clout.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another bleaching and plucking chronicles by your girl. So today I'm going to be bleaching and plucking and installing, of course, my 13x4 lace frontal wig. So I did dye this wig jet black like I do majority of my wigs except the curly ones. Before I start bleaching this wig, I am going to go ahead and take a hot comb and just kind of get the edges out of the way to create like a clear foundation before I actually start adding my bleach. So the bleach I am going to be using is the Clear BW2 and the developer is the Salon Care 40 volume. You're also going to need a bowl that you really don't care about and a hair dyeing brush. So in the bleach, it usually comes with a scooper if you buy the big one. And I just use 2 scoops for my frontals. For my closures, I use like 1.5. And I'm just going to take some of that developer and I'm just going to add a little bit at a time just to create like a good consistency. I don't want to overdo it and add too much because if I do it too much too soon, it's going to be too watery. So I like to go at a time because the consistency of this should be really thick so that it doesn't seep through the lace and get on like the rest of the hair. So I try to make the consistency really thick and I'm just adding it a little bit at a time to make sure that it's not too thin, not too thick. If you make it too thin, you can go ahead and add a little bit more bleach and that'll help to thicken it back up. Then I'm going to take the corner of my hair dyeing brush and I'm just going to start bleaching the knots on this wig, y'all. Putting it on the corner of the brush just really helps you to get like a nice good like, you know, a nice good application instead of just putting it all on the like completely on the brush, if that makes sense. And y'all, I'm sorry about the blur on this part. I just got a new phone, an iPhone 14, and I was trying to test out the little camera or whatever. And it was just giving me a hard time. Eventually, I figured it out. But the blurring was just really, like, pissing me off a little bit. But, yeah, I'm just adding this all on the lace, y'all. I kind of did it a little messy today. I haven't bleached a frontal in a while. So, I was a little, you know, a little rough on the edges. But it still turned out cute. The middle of the lace is the hardest to bleach because the knots in the middle are a lot thicker than on the edges. So you really want to add a little bit more pressure on the middle of the lace. So this is pretty much how it should look. The knot should be covered. And I just go ahead and I put that on 28 minutes. Let that sit for 28 minutes. And then I just go ahead and I rinse it out. And 28 minutes for me is just the perfect time. I just stuck to that number for some reason. It just gets it done every time. And this is how it look. As y'all can tell, the knots are a little bit orange. So I'm going to take my blue shampoo, y'all. Yes, blue shampoo. I have never heard of blue shampoo until a girl commented on my video. And I was like, I got to check this out. And apparently, blue shampoo helps to cancel out orange brassiness. And purple shampoo helps to cancel out yellow brassiness. So sis kind of put me on a little bit. So I'm thankful that she left that comment. Because now all I use is blue shampoo whenever I shampoo my hair after bleaching the knots on it. I just really like how it turns out. And I just go ahead and I let that sit for like 3 to 4 minutes. Not long at all. And this is what it looks like. It's perfect. It's neutral. It doesn't look orange anymore. And I also conditioned the hair, y'all. I didn't put that on the camera, but I did condition the hair after, you know, bleaching the knots on it. So now to the plucking. I'm going to take my Sheets Balm wax stick and I'm just going to kind of lay this wig down. I try to get a good foundation before I start doing anything to the wig, before I bleach the wig, before I pluck the wig. I just like a good foundation so that the hair is just not going everywhere. So this is just going to helping all the little pieces of hairs get in the right, you know, position, get in the right places before I start plucking the wig. And I am using my Andis Hot Comb to hot comb this wig down. Then I part off edges on one side of the wig. Whenever I work, I like to work in sections. So I'm gonna be taking my Revlon tweezers. I love these tweezers to pluck. I've been using these since I've been plucking wigs, y'all. They just are really good at plucking. And whenever I pluck, y'all, I try to like I'm taking the tweezers and I'm plucking and I'm dragging. I'm plucking and I'm dragging. I'm plucking and I'm dragging the hair back, if that makes sense. And I am going from side to side. You don't want to focus the plucking in one area for too long, or that's how basically you create bald spots. So I'm kind of going from side to side so that one area isn't being plucked longer than the rest. And then after I've plucked from side to side about 3 times, I just go ahead and I take my comb and I comb out that excess hair that I've plucked off, and then I go ahead and I keep plucking. There's really no right or wrong amount of hair to pluck. And lately I've been liking the look of like not overly plucked wigs. So this wig I'm actually not gonna pluck a whole lot like I normally would, mostly because I'm not doing a ball cap, and I feel like when you pluck a wig a lot and you don't do a ball cap, it doesn't look, I don't know, it don't look as natural. So I just didn't overly pluck this wig. So then I create another parting, and I'm just plucking behind that part as well, combing the hair out after I've plucked a certain amount. And basically this is how much I plucked, y'all. Not a whole lot, as y'all can tell. So then I work my way down to the bottom section on this side of the wig, and this side of the this section of the wig is like, you can't really pluck that much anyways because it doesn't go back that far, if that makes sense. The lace doesn't go back that far, as y'all can see, so you can't really pluck that much on this side. So I just plucked a little bit. So as y'all can see, this is pretty much how it looks. Nice and natural, not too much, not too less. Get into it. So then I just go to the other side of my wig, and I'm just let y'all watch me pluck this side. This that roll myself a day and count my figure shit. This that stepping out, I feel like I'm that nigga shit. I drop 30 on this room, we ain't gon' sleep for shit. If I catch you knocking off, then it's gon' be some shit. Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. But I'm stunner till I die. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. But I'm stunner till I die. Fuck it, I just run it up before I go. So like I mentioned before, I'm not going to be doing a ball cap in this video. I'm just going to be using a handy dandy wig cap, which I will link in the description box down below. And this is the wig. The wig does come with this little elastic band. I just chose to take it off because I don't know, like I just didn't want to use it today. So then I'm going to take some alcohol. This is 70%, and I'm just putting this along my edges to get rid of any oils and dirt on my skin so this wig can stick. And then I just pop that wig on. I just love jet black, y'all. This is why I dye my wigs jet black. It just hits so much different than the natural brown color that the wigs come. So I'm just positioning the wig to my head, making sure it fits, seeing if I need to pluck any more. And whenever you get these lace front wigs, you have to cut this little tab off. So I just use my fingernail to like trace the ear off, and then I'm just cutting around that part that I traced off, if that makes sense. I really want to do like a more detailed like video on how you do this part because it can get a little tricky. So to apply this wig, I'm going to be using my olive oil wig grip gel, and I'm using a popsicle stick. For me, this gel is not really to make the wig like last a long time or whatever. It's really just to make the wig stick onto my head so that I can apply a spray after. And then I take my blow dryer on like a warm setting, and I'm just blow drying the gel so that it gets kind of sticky enough so that I can place the lace into it. And then I place the lace into it, and I just hold it for like 30 seconds to make sure it's sticking. And then I take my comb and I just kind of back comb the hair so that the lace and everything adheres to that gel. And of course, you gotta hot comb the wig down. I like to hot comb in sections. I feel like it just gets much flatter that way. So I'm just sectioning off parts of the hair, and then I'm taking my She's Balm wax stick and putting that on the sections. And then I use my Andis Hot Comb on like the hottest setting. I think I'm using the hottest setting, and I'm just hot combing the wig down, making sure it's super flat. I love a nice flat bust down middle part wig, so I really make sure like I take my time in getting this wig as flat as possible. then after taking the elastic band off, I just cut a slit into the middle of the lace, and then I take my eyebrow razor and I'm just cutting this excess lace off, and I'm trying to cut as close to the hairline of the wig as possible because I don't like a lot of excess lace off. A little bit is good, but like when it's too much, it just doesn't, I don't know, I don't like it. So I'm trying to cut as close to the hairline as possible. So I just went ahead and sectioned some baby hair off, and then I'm gonna take my, what is this called? Oh, Ebin. This is my Ebin, y'all. My Ebin Wonder Lace Adhesive Spray, and I'm just gonna spray this along the lace, on top of the baby hairs, along the edges, and going underneath the baby hairs. Like, I just really, this is like what's really gonna make that hair stick, the lace stick. So I'm applying as much of this, not a whole lot, but I am applying a lot of this. I'm being really generous with it, and then I hurry up and I tie it down with the elastic band. You have to work really quick with that spray, y'all, because if not, the lace will start to like come up as you spraying it. So work really quickly and tie it down really quickly. So after I let that sit for about 10 minutes, I'm just combing out the baby hairs because they can get a little bit crunchy after putting that lace, the spray on it. So I'm just combing them out, and then I'm taking my eyebrow razor and I'm just gonna cut the baby hairs off. I'm kind of cutting at like a slanted angle. I just like how the baby hairs look when they're cut at a slanted angle. And I take my pencil flat irons, which I got from Amazon, and I'm just curling the baby hairs upward. It just helps to really lay them how I want them to lay whenever it comes time for me to add my product to the baby hairs. And then later on, I realized the baby hairs were a little too thick for my liking, so I just went in with some tweezers and I'm just thinning them out. Then I take my olive oil super hold fix-it spray in this little edge brush edge comb attachment, and I'm just laying the baby hairs, kind of going at a C motion. Later on, I actually decided to use mousse to lay them instead because the spray just wasn't giving. Like the mousse, I'm using Herbal Essence mousse, and the mousse just really like laid them like perfectly and instantly. So I think I'm actually going to start using mousse to lay my baby hairs. The only thing about mousse is it can kind of make your lace lift. So you do have to tie them down with an elastic band and let them dry fully before you take the elastic band off. So I did also cut some of the baby hairs because they was kind of crazy. So I'm just cutting them with my scissors to make them shorter, and taking some more mousse and making sure they are perfect and to my liking. And I actually really liked how my baby hairs turned out on this wig. So then I'm taking my high beam. This is like a temporary color spray, and I'm taking my rat tail comb and I'm just putting that on my part and I'm just spraying it. I know y'all seen that trick on TikTok and on Instagram and stuff like that. And then I also take my concealer. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fun, and this little slanted angle brush, and I'm just using this to make my part even more precise and straight. And to blend that lace better with my skin tone, I use my makeup. This is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Coconut. This is the shade that I would actually use to do my actual makeup, in this little fluffy brush. And I'm just kind of tapping this on the lace so it blends a lot better. So with my straight hair, I always try to like cut the ends off just a little bit to make the hair like look a little fuller on the ends, and I just really like that straight cut look on the ends. So I'm just doing this right here, and it just looks so good. It's so silky and cute. So this is the end of the video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did installing it, y'all, because I had so much fun installing this wig. It's just something about long 30-inch jet black bust down middle part straight hair that just sets it off, y'all, especially when it's cold outside. I love long hair when it's cold outside in the fall and winter. This is just a vibe, y'all. I'm so in love with this look. This is Unice hair. I want to say this is like 180% density. Everything will be linked in the description box down below, but I really love the thickness of this hair. Like, it's not too thick, but it's like thick, if that makes sense. Like, it's perfect. Like, it's not too much. Sometimes thick hair be like way too much. It'd be like, girl, like, what am I supposed to do with all this hair? I had so much fun installing this wig, showing y'all how I bleach and pluck my knots. This is like a little updated video from my last frontal wig customization video that I did. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn your post notifications so that you can be notified anytime your girl posts a video. Y'all, I'm feeling this wig. Like, look at it. It's so silky. Ooh, just does something to me. Yeah, I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.